Welcome to the austerely garish fortress of funitude, just a hop, skip, and a jump from beautiful downtown Funsville. I'm Uncle Fun.
And I'm Sparky.
Crossfade, s'il vous plaît?
Mercy buckets.
Well, Sparky, you've had a bee in your bonnet for quite some time now, and I'm guessing this is it.
You know it.
Yes, this would be Disney's live-action remake of Snow White. And not exactly an unqualified success either at the box office or with critics or with audiences for that matter.
It's a flop. It got panned and it's playing to empty seats.
Yes, well, I was trying to be nice.
You can't sugarcoat a turkey.
Yes, well, a lot of other people have had problems with this version of Snow White, Sparky. What's yours?
Well, I mean, just look at her. Just look at her.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Could you be more specific?
She is snaky looking. Snaky.
I think you may be guilty of understating your case a little bit here, Sparky.
No, I mean, seriously, really, no. Who makes a Snow White where the Snow White is snakier looking than the Wicked Queen?
I think that may be a slightly subjective assessment on your part, Sparky.
Subjective nothing. Look where she scores in the snakyometer. Right off the scale.
You're just making that up, Sparky.
Making up my left elbow. This is science. Real science.
Yes, well, be that as it may.
I dated the original Snow White, you know, and if there was one word you would not use to describe her, it was snaky.
No, you never.
Well, yeah? Well, here's your proof, skeptic.
Well, I'll be.
Yeah, so don't you go casting aspersion in my empiricism.
I don't want to dwell on this too much, Sparky, but just exactly, how old are you?
We're all cartoon characters here. We're ageless.
Yeah, well, be that as it may, I hope this doesn't have anything to do with those Tijuana Bibles.
It's all above board. She was always a perfect gentleman.
You don't say. So did you two have pet names for each other or anything like that?
Yeah, I called her Snowbank.
Snowbank?
And kind of how she always had to pick up the tab.
And she called you Sparky?
Nah, she called me Old Saucer Eyes.
Old Saucer Eyes. Very perceptive woman.
But she said it with love. Hanging around the dwarfs and all, she was kind of sick of all those names that end with Y, like Sneezy, Dopey, Sleepy.
Yes, I understand.
We still text occasionally. Sometimes I DM her on her Insta.
Make new friends and keep the old. One is silver, the other gold.
I don't get it.
I just thought it was something to say, that's all. Well, we seem to be taking the scenic route to the main topic of our discussion, which is, if we can see the next slide, please. Thank you very much. What will Disney's next blockbuster be?
And since you're bringing it up, I'm guessing you have an idea.
Indeed I do. Since the original black and white Mickey Mouse is now in the public domain, I thought maybe they'd like a chance to renew the copyright by starring him in a remake of this black and white classic.
Oh, that's choice.
I cannot help myself. Thank you again, Rick.
Yeah, and you could sing M-I-C-K-E-Y instead of whistling in the Hall of the Mountain King.
Yes, but there's still a copyright on Fritz Lang's M, so we'll have to wait a couple of years for that to come to fruition. One thing Disney might try is to lean away from all the problems they've been having with live-action adaptations of their animated classics, and instead turn to animated adaptations of some of their older live-action films.
Such as?
I'm glad you asked. Cue the suspenseful black screen, please. In the criminal justice system, the people are served by two separate yet equal groups. The police, who investigate crime.
And some weirdo who turns into a dog for no apparent reason.
Yes, this might be an opportunity as well for Disney to engage in one of their famous synergies.
Synergies, is that like Disney speak for taking someone else's work, changing it so it's beyond all recognition, and then claiming you came up with the idea in the first place?
Something like that, yes. Anyway, for a few dollars,
and Disney's got more than a few dollars.
Don't we all know it? Anyway, for a few dollars, I'm sure Disney could secure the rights to another studio's famous characters for this one. Zoinks, I'm late for the grand jury. Hope that curse doesn't kick in again. Uh-oh.
Did you notice that Rick kind of even made Shaggy sound like Sam Waterston there?
Yes, and possibly even on purpose. Yes, well, if that doesn't get greenlit, Disney still has a vast live-action back catalog to choose from.
Like this'n.
Yes, and once again, there's another opportunity for a synergy with Hanna-Barbera.
You think they could work Penelope Pitstop into that one? I used to date her, you know.
You never did.
Would I lie to you?
It's not beyond the realm of possibility. And then, of course, there's the ever-popular Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
And more synergy.
Not to mention product placement. And, of course, in this age of AI...
AI?
Artificial intelligence.
Is that a thing?
Not universally, apparently, no. In this age of AI, we can't overlook the possibility of animating this Disney classic.
Wow, they went all out in the ad campaign for that one, didn't they?
You have no idea. Look at this. The only
The
man
only man
in
in
the
the
world
world
who
who
can
can really
turn
turn
himself
himself
on.
on. We're not going to get an NSF. And how do you say that?
NSFW?
Yeah, NSFW. We're not going to get an NSFW rating for that, are we?
Yeah, I think this is all strictly from NSFH.
NSFH.
Not suitable for humans. And last but not least, let's not ignore the possibilities of the cat from outer space.
Well, I got one. What about Gus, the field goal kicking mule?
Yeah, that one's halfway to being a cartoon already. Although they'll have to go some to out-cartoon Ed Asner and Don Knotts.
I hear Gus did a lot better in the Combine interviews than Shedder Sanders.
Sparky, no one's going to understand what that means in 6 months' time.
I don't understand what it means now.
Anyway, that's just a few of our humble suggestions.
If you have humble suggestions of your own, you can send them to this address.
Uncle Undead Frozen Walt.
Carry the ice cream freezer at Main Street, USA.
Disneyland. Well, that's the fun alarm, and that means someone out there needs to be yanked out of the doldrums.
I'll go set a basketball on fire.
And I'll get the marshmallows.
It's a date. Don't be shy. Hit that like button.
And click on subscribe.
And don't forget to remember to go to Uncle Fun and Sparky Land.
Use the address at the bottom of the video.
Or just Google it.
Yes, that'll work too. You're not going to bring along Snow White in this one, are you? I'm not going to have to be your wingman.
Maybe.
I'm not going to have to double with Penelope Pitstop.
And you'd have a problem with that because?